Right, and now, last but by no means least, it doesn't need that. You don't need it.
No.
You just the floor is yours.
Thank you. A bit of preface just this. I'm a very angry person right now. I know that may not come across, but it's like in you Marvel fans when Hulk says, "I'm always angry." Yeah. But you are a collective. You are a collaborative group, a community, which is very dear to my heart, and I've said that so many times before, that the way that this is structured is exactly how my emotions have been over the past week or so. And you people have just been presenting, you're not going to get away scot-free, because I've just been writing as you've... So there's a bit of humour. Thank you to the folks on Twitter who have contributed to this. Thank you to the folks of the sessions I've been to. You might find you appearing in this. And thank you to the folks who've just been doing the TeachMeet, because you're in this as well. This is called hashtag Nothing About Us Without Us, or The Power of Geography, Voice. It's a bit hard-hitting in places, but I don't apologise for that. Tune that dial precisely at the frequency you want it, because everything else is noise. The Earth isn't round, it's not even a sphere. You have your corner of it, it must be a cube. And there the voices echo, echo. In your chamber of fear. Fear? Fear? I ain't anything like fear. Snowflake, I just ain't woke. I blame the teachers. Some folk are just prisoners of geography, doomed to have their eyes shut, forever asleep in a dark valley where no sun can penetrate, forever bound by the phobia that is the fad of the time, the talk of the landlocked town with the broken cultural infrastructure, the hot, dense air muffles all but the loudest groupthink chorus helped onto pedestals screaming, "We are being cancelled! You are being erased by them!" The finger points to the person of colour, to the migrants, to the infirm, to the tranny, who's actually a cis person, but you can always tell, right? Yeah? And you can always tell where, who's African, right? Never have a picture of a well-adjusted African on the cover of your book, writes Wainaya. In your text, treat Africa as if it's one country, he continues, hot, dusty, with rolling grasslands and huge animals and tall, thin people who are starving. This is Africa's voice? One monochrome projection, not 54 colonial constructs, and definitely not 1.2 billion souls, hopes and dreams across 6 major climate zones. 1.2 billion single stories? Well, only one is dangerous. Adichie admits and appreciates her middle-class privilege on one hand, palm open. But on the other hand, dismisses the trans voice of colour by waving the other. Single stories are stale, the regurgitation of knowledge passed down from power and privilege, colourless, lifeless, static, but stories of old, time immemorial, derived from the land, collaborative, stories of parable, of morals, of legend persist, teach, help us grow if we listen. The voices can be old, wise, tales of colonialism and pre-disruption from the stewards of colonial Cameroon to the guides of nurturing the land from mutual productivity from the indigenous peoples of the Great Plains. Indigenous voice is one of self-determination, always will be Aboriginal land. Tens of thousands of years of stability until the empire brought Eurocentric entropy for the good of humanity. This imbalance needs to set new scales to measure, not the ones calibrated by white saviour complex, adjusted by using the standard of Western sustainability. No, they say, this environmentalism, the wild, which dismisses our home, check your privilege. Well, what is our privilege as geography educators? We can enable classrooms containing a youth that is heard, not cattle, a herd, valued and treasured in a safe environment we can create. They are the key part of this world going forward, to be linked back and reconnected to the community and synergy of time gone by. The stories of old and their stories anew can be enabled and told in an inauthentic way. As geographers, we see value in all experiences. Today's world gets so much behind those young eyes. Their experiences, platforming them, makes them a truly powerful curriculum. Because we are at a crossroads. Young people and their futures, their existence has only seen shades of red in the climate, in the climate stripes of their lives. The voice of the marginalised is drowning in a rising sea of deepening red. Geographers, we can lighten the shade, use our privilege and responsibility of ensuring others are heard. Writing that is authentic, decolonised, anti-racist, progressive, and yes, woke. Ask ourselves, whose voices are we sharing? Would they be happy with your version of the voice you gave them? Or are they overruled, overspoken, and at fear of being ignored completely? I, you, we can tell our story and be heard. Our principles can be projected proudly, equipping our charges with mini whiteboards. But they ensure that their palettes are cleansed of bias, because not everyone has the lived experiences of hiding in hedgerows. Check your blind spots. I could have gone to town with Andy. Move over, Cheryl Cole. Here comes Rami. Listen beyond the white noise. Invite the elephant in the room to the stage. Who will regale a tale beyond England's green and present lands, beyond the trees of Epping Forest? That elephant, a different kind of beast from the east. Geographical intellect is not artificial, so let's not treat our children as bots. Their voice should be human, generated, sustainable, resilient. Think about how you think. Appreciate how they think. Assess yourself with the aim of collaborative metacognition. And think about oracy. Speak like a geographer, listen like a geographer, embrace like a geographer, enable like a geographer, empower like a geographer. Because you see, we are them. As a global community of many beautiful, unique voices, we shall not be silent, we shall tell our story, and thus there is nothing about us without us. Thank you very much.
Not sure how I'm supposed to follow that, but I have to. Amazing as ever. Thank you very, very much indeed. So.